Everything happens for a reason. What do you do when things start happening? Do you look for a way out? Do you complain? What do you do when things start happening in your life? Because everything happens for a reason. Just know that whatever happened in your life, that God already know, and it's what you do when it's happening, what you do when things are happening. What will you do? Will you trust God? Will you go through the peaceful way? Will you tell the truth? Will you tell them, I'm grateful for you? Because God is watching. Everything happens for a reason. I love it when things happen because the Lord will be done. What do you do when things start happening in your life? And it's out of your control, but it's in God's control. I love it when things start happening, and when things happen, I make God happy. I make God proud. I love polices. Even sometimes police come to me too, but I love them, and God is my witness. I pray for polices. I thank God for polices because when I was younger, as a single, no one to help me with my son, I had to call the police just to scare him. Not scare him, but just to so they can tell him to obey your mama. They helped me with my only son. So I have nothing against police. Sometimes I used to think, well, maybe the Lord husband as a police officer because, him having authority, because I need a man with some authority, you know. You know, I need a man that know how to fight the devil. And if he can't help me fight the devil, he in my way. He must be working with the devil, because if you're gonna protect me, that means you can't bring the devil around me. What's your job? What's a man's job? What is a man's job? You know, everything must happen because it's like tests come, things happen. What do you do? You're being watched by God. You're being watched by even birds are telling you. Right now, like me talking, my door open, and there are birds started coming to the edge of this door right here because of that water. They not there now, but they keep coming to the edge of that door while I'm doing this live, looking at me. Even they can tell on you. Ain't that something? A bird will take your voice and go, and when God and that bird will speak everything you said in your own voice. I just want to help y'all. I know that you are somewhere in there. The real you. And God, the reason why I don't the reason why I don't charge for what I the reason why I don't charge for what I give, the things that I give y'all, is because God gave it to me to say. So will a man rob God? If that man is still in sin, he gonna rob God. Because he gonna be like, shoot, give me some money. I can get paid for this. Why you wasting this? Like one of Jesus' disciples said, um, when the lady broke the perfume and wasted. Well, he called it wasting it. He was like, shoot, we could have sold this. He would have sold it. That was a disciple. So everybody that said they are of God, that's why the Bible said test the spirit to see if they're of the spirit. They're not supposed to tell you to do wrong. If they fallen, Jesus said, let no man deceive you. So it's like, are you of Christ? And they be like, yeah, I'm of Christ. But then they'll tell you to do something wrong. And that's why the Lord said that it's good to get to know him for yourself. You have a cross to tote. No one, it'll be it's something, because let me tell you something. Some people in this world don't know nothing about no cross. And I feel sorry for them, because when it got hard for me in life, that's when I realized I had a cross to carry. I've been tested in all type of ways. Even my teeth, with my teeth being out, I wanted to stop and give up. And something in me was like, girl, don't worry about it. It's just a tooth. And I said, even if I didn't have no teeth in my mouth, I'm still gonna help people get to God. If they laugh and pick, then guess what? The same measure that they dish out, same measure that whatever they sow, they shall reap. You know, they might, lose all their teeth. You never know. You're not supposed to pick. But if they pick, I know that those are the ones that are lost, and that's in the dark. So, what do you do when things start happening in life? You trust God. In your mind, you pray. Sometimes you can just say, Lord, interfere. In your mind, you pray, peace be still. But you can't stop things from happening. The only way to get past this is to go through it. You can't stop it. You can't stop the will of God. You know? So, like when police come up to me and I tell them that I live in my car, and I talk to them, and they don't know that the manager gave me permission to be here. And so I tell them, and then they ask for my license. I give them my license, and then they come back and I'm clean. They find no fault in me. See, it's a bird. Let me show you. They keep coming right here. They come right by my feet. I don't know, but I love it though. I pray that the birds get used to me. I love birds. So even when police come, you know what I tell them? I don't give them a hard time. I tell them, I say, I love y'all. I said, y'all helped me raise my son growing up. I said, I pray for y'all. I thank God for y'all. I said, I'm a police lover. I don't give them a hard time. You know what all they have to face in life and go through? But they have a job. How about when Jesus came through? It's like sometimes people pick they will over God will. How about Jesus coming to that police and saying, hey, come work for me. Look at that bird. I make you fishers of man. What will they do? Will they follow Jesus? Will they tell that man that they quit? Will they quit working for man? I love birds. Every time I do this, they move. Every time. They're just coming to the door because of that water. And I'm always here every day. But yeah, I ain't gonna move the camera no more. But what would you do if God came to you and said, hey, quit that job and come work for me? What will you do? Will you quit that job and work for God? God said he make you fishers of man. And every man that come your way, you got to give them to God. They gonna look good. Some look good. Some don't. But can you give them to God? Can you acknowledge God in all your ways? And when people come to you that's in the dark, even if they didn't want to hear about God, they came to you. It's a big difference. I can see you coming, going to them. Hey, have you tried the Lord? Hey, do you believe in Jesus? Hey. So when you minding your business and they, you came to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just like a fish, when you sitting in the boat with your little rod and you get a pull, you're like, oh, got a bite. You give that fish bucket, put it in the net, and God separated. You got to give them to God, though. You catch them just like they are. You catch them just like they are messed up. But you got to give them to God. So I have to plant the word. I have to say something about God. Comes out. So I have to talk about God. The same as me on this channel. And people come to this channel. It's the same as some fishes. Man of God. Like, it's the same thing as you came to me. I have to give you to God. I have to give you to God. And it's like, they had some people to come to me that looked so good. And I'm like, ooh, Lord, let me. It didn't work because I'm not supposed to go by sight. And I'm supposed to die to my flesh. It's hard to please God in your flesh. It's hard to please God and do God's will if you ain't died to your flesh. You must die to your flesh because they already coming to you in their flesh. And then you supposed to feed God's sheep. If both of y'all in the flesh, it ain't gonna work because both of y'all gonna be weak. You gotta depend on God. You gotta trust God. You work for God. It's all about God. And it's like, so anybody that come to you, just know that they in their flesh. Because they always talking about worldly things. That's how you know that they are lost. They can say, I know God, but they not a doer. The devil knew the scriptures, but he didn't obey. So that's why it's important to get to know God for yourself, okay? Getting to know God, I had to work on myself. I had to turn from my wicked ways. And that's the part where a lot of people don't like. They don't want to stop doing wrong, but wrong is killing them. That's why the Lord sent Jesus. He sent Jesus so that he can help us stop falling. Don't you want to get up? Don't you want to stay up? Or do you want to forever keep getting up and falling? Well, it's your choice. I thought maybe I'll just throw it out there. But if you ever need help or your relationship with God, this channel is definitely for you, okay? I'm right here when you need me. Love and kindness have I drawn you. I just want the best for you. And sin is not the answer. Jesus is the answer. Jesus stronger than sin. Sin, Jesus sent sin to the pit. I'm talking about do away the works of the devil. So Jesus is the answer, okay? Please come to this channel whenever you're ready. Whenever God send you. I want to love on you and I want to help you. Come as you are, messed up or not messed up. It don't matter to me because I'm healed. And I was made for this. I was made for such a time as this. To God be the wonderful glory. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next live. Bye for now. I'll be back.